Russ was saying, hey, we're getting ready to look at trying to buy this warehouse. And I thought, okay, you know.
I went through that building when I first looked at it. And then where the sanctuary is was this, I guess it was a refrigeration unit, and it was about a third the size of the, the sanctuary. And I thought, how the heck are they going to get that thing out of there? Because it looks so big and heavy. And I really, I'm not a skeptic most of the time, but I looked at that thing and I had my doubts.
And I remember the church before, eventually you added kind of a Quonset hut.
Sitting out in that cold tent, freezing to death with our coats on, and Russ up there teaching. And I don't know how we all made it through that period of time before we actually got into the church. Well, God's faithfulness was sure in it. For me, it was, God always surprises me, and this was a wonderful surprise.
Well, God's faithfulness is an amazing story, and if you read my journal, and Ruth has heard me say this many times, if you read my journal, you would find in there, God, I don't understand how you let us do these things, and so many things that we were allowed to do are impossible. I mean, here I'm a migrant worker from Arkansas, and he has allowed Ruth and I to do just amazing things. Now, when I say that, at the same time, we've walked through some really deep water and some times that were really challenging. But the fact of the matter is, if you want to do something in your life that is fulfilling, that's amazing, all that, then you accept Christ and you get involved. Your congregation, a lot of people give a lot. They give a lot of money. They give a lot of time. We watched what they were doing up there, going in and remodeling some of those areas.
And I still see, I walk into that sanctuary and I still see Frank up on those rafters up there pulling down those pipes and barking out orders at everybody. And he loved being down there. He tried to be down there every day. When Frank and I were driving home from that particular day, and I looked in the mirror and my face was just black and I dust on my teeth and everything, and then Frank looked over at me, and then we were driving along the river and there were people water skiing and out there, having fun, and he just looked over at me and he said, bet we had more fun than they did today. And I said, I don't know about you, but I did. And that's, and that's the way we felt about it. We knew that we were doing something good. It feels good to work.
And the good news is that we're only there because you had a lot of people who gave far beyond. We don't think much about it, but you start adding up the hours, and you start adding up the commitment, and all of those things, and the people sharing the gospel. And when you have these new members coming in, so Entiat is an amazing story.
The love of God through the people that worked on this project, we weren't there because it was easy or fun or anything else. I mean, God made it, pleasurable. I think it shines through our congregation is the love of Jesus.